What a great audience today.
Yeah, beautiful.
Audience. There's a lot of excitement in the live studio audience.
Yep.
How's everyone doing? We haven't seen each other in weeks.
Yeah, it's been a solid 2 weeks.
Yeah.
First live episode of 2021.
Nick, was your holiday a real holiday? Did it feel like you got away?
You know what? It really did. I wore the same pair of sweatpants and same sweatshirt for almost a week straight, and I played a lot of video games.
It's nice.
And hung out with my kids. It was great.
Okay. Addison's doing something. He's not behind the camera, but I'm assuming he had a pretty good holiday.
It was great.
It was great.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're doing a live here. I'm pretty excited. The goal of today's show is to talk about every single pedal I liked in 2020. It's not going to happen. It's an impossible journey. I think we're having an overhead cam prop. There we go. Nothing? Well, we have a camera that's being finicky. But on the table in front of me, we have tons of stuff. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Addison. Everybody,
there we go, Addison.
Round of applause.
Yeah.
Round of applause.
Thank you.
Okay. There's more that you can't see. It's a huge table full. But yeah, we're gonna try this. Now that Addison's back over there, we need just drawing attention to him.
Love it.
How was your holiday?
It was great. We're close to 2 weeks off almost in a row. It was really cool. I love the snow. It snowed on New Year's Day. So snow is one of my favorite things on the planet. So I've got some snow.
I don't like the snow.
Well, you were asking me how my holiday was. So.
Well, I made your holiday about me. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
No, that's great. It is good to be back. So yes. What do you guys think here? The best pedals of this year. We've done a lot of episodes. You have both seen a lot of these come through. Was 2020 a good year for pedals, despite all the chaos?
I mean, it seems like a lot. You know what? It seems like a lot of pedals came out in 2020, but in the before times.
Oh, yeah.
So, I think we all forget that there was a part of 2020 that was, in the long ago, before the bad stuff happened.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that. There was tons of stuff that Go. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you.
No, it's okay. I just forgot about it because we had a NAMM in 2020.
Yes. That's true.
We
Yeah,
had
in January,
a whole
right?
NAMM,
Winter
and
NAMM.
everybody dropped a bunch of new stuff.
Yeah.
And then, and then the darkness came.
Right.
And we all had to hide in our homes.
We cried a little.
I think we forgot that stuff came out.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, it was a weird.
I'm actually so surprised at a number of pedals on your table.
Yeah, this is just a drop in the bucket, honestly. There were so many pedals that came out despite everything. And I think it's important to know NAMM did happen January of 2020, and the world seemed fairly normal. And so a lot of people were showing things. NAMM usually, in my book, has always stood for not available, maybe May. And so what happens is people show stuff.
Pretty good acronym.
And then COVID happened and a lot of things were delayed and a lot of projects didn't happen. But yeah, anyway, where do we start? I guess the first thing I'll do, if we go to the tabletop view here, I'm not going to use the Loud is More Good amp as normal. I'm using the 2 Notes. There it is. Torpedo Captor. This thing is amazing. My friend Jason sent this over, and basically I am plugged into the Loud is More Good amp like a head over here, and it's going into the Captor like a load box, and then there is an app. I'll show you the app if it picks it up here. I can go in and pick cabinets, put mics in different places. It's really fun. So yeah, that's the amp today. I'm a big fan of it. I'm using a 2-rock cab, and the switching person's hating me right now. It's fine. I can't ever mention the name of the switching person. They're a ghost. But let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I think I have things in categories, and this is hard because there's so many pedals. But let's start with delay. There was a lot of delay. I'm gonna mention my favorite delays.
Nice. Yeah.
Let's do that.
Real quick.
Just
before we start that, should we say what should we count the votes from the last 20 to kind of get us up to date?
Friday's actual episode was the greatest pedals of the last 20 years or the century so far. And I challenged everybody in the comments to tell us, with the categories used in the video, what your votes are. So if you haven't seen that video, go see it. Addison, we have some type of gathering of votes here.
We do.
Take it over.
Yeah. So there was, I think, roughly 1,800 people that commented and like cast their vote to some capacity. So we'll just go like category by category here. There's 6 of them that we asked you to cast your vote for. So in the overdrive category, you guys voted Tumnus, Timmy, King of Tone, Morning Glory, and OCD. Those were like the best overdrives that were released.
Does there seem to be a clear...
I think Timmy or King of Tone, probably. Are the top ones. Yep.
Yeah.
Which was to be expected for sure. Do you know the years off the top of your head of the Timmy and the King of Tone, Josh?
King of Tone is 2003. Yep. Timmy is...
Did you say 04? Nope.
2 or 4. Yeah.
Got it.
2 or 4.
I thought I heard you the other day. Yep.
Turn of the century.
Okay, on to Fuzz. Y'all said EHX Hoof, Hawaiian Pizza Golden Fleece, Sunface.
Earthquaker Hoof?
Yes, I believe so. Yes, yeah. And then Keeley Fuzzbender, which is an awesome pedal.
Okay.
That one looks really cool too. I love that.
I think the Hoof, yeah. Honestly, that was on my, as far as influential, and Earthquaker in their beginnings doing a big muff like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which
I kind of forgot about that, yeah.
That was one of their first pedals, yeah?
It was very early, yeah.
Okay.
The Hoof is symbolic of a ram's
Got
head.
it.
Big muff.
Makes sense. Okay, time-based effects. We had all delays, and honestly, none of them are surprises to me. El Capistan was hands down top vote, which came out in when, Josh? 2009, 10?
I think it was 8 or not. Yeah,
8. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So
my mind is a mushed skittle today.
I'll stop asking you dates. Fair enough.
I like it. It's like a game show.
Yeah, you answer the trivia that you talk about all the time. Mm-hmm. Okay, Carbon Copy was another one. DD20, which, come on, that was honestly, I think, my favorite delay pedal. Maybe my favorite pedal. Well, King of Tone is my favorite pedal, but favorite pedal from the last 20 years. DD20, and then Timeline and Volante. So. Way to go, Strymon, for making some really, really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they changed the game with delays. They also changed the game with the acceptance of digital, surface mount components. Just you can make a great pedal, and it doesn't have to be handmade by some person in their basement.
Way to go, Strymon.
Yeah.
Modulation, obvious winners here. Julia, H9, Deco, Mobius, Terraform. So more Strymon stuff. The Julia from the Fine Pokes at Walrus.
Yeah.
That wasn't a surprise. That's a great.
If I had the
pedal.
V2, it would be on the table today.
Nice.
I think it was a cool release. I just don't have it. And
The
really, that's
Juliana.
Colt's fault at Walrus if he's watching this.
Yeah, Colt.
Way to go. Compression, also not surprising for any of these. Cali 76 was like the top.
Really?
Top vote, yeah. Yeah, and then Keeley compressor, Diamond compressor, Ego compressor, Exotic SP. Like I feel like every compressor that anyone uses nowadays came out in the last 20 years. Like it, yeah. People don't use the old.
I guess with me,
anymore.
I think about this casting of vote more, as usual, around the historical context and importance of an event.
Yep.
Keeley is number 1.
Yeah. Agreed.
But everyone doesn't think like that. So
Right.
yeah, the Cali. I remember when it came out.
Yep.
I got one. It was the size of a pedal board.
Yeah.
It was a slide rig was the first one.
Nice. I've never owned that. The big one. I've
They're
had a
cool.
compact,
They're
but
cool.
the big one's sweet.
Yeah, I could see. I mean, it is revolutionary. It's a great compressor. But yeah, for me, I'll have to argue Keeley.
Yep. It's fair.
What was the Diamond in there?
Diamonds in there, Ego compressors in there, Exotic.
I'm not
SPs in there.
offended that the Pulp and Pill's not in there.
You're not?
I'm not. It's fine.
Are you sure?
I'm totally fine.
I mean, the 3 Series compressor is very good.
It is.
I just don't. I think it's like when the movies that are being nominated for the Oscars come out way late in the year.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're like, are they gonna make it?
Yep.
Just miss it.
Because
Good thought.
I think it could have landed in there.
Whoa.
Let's turn back time.
That's pretty.
No, YouTube's gonna shut us down.
Dang.
Just kidding.
All
Share
right.
just made $5.
Yeah.
There you go. Before we get shut down, last category, it was our weird category. Rainbow Machine was the top pick. So, yeah, I mean, obviously. Then we got the Miku Stomp, Synth 9, the Pog, which I don't know how that wasn't top. I mean, it was in the top 5. So
I think the problem is the category of octave.
Yeah.
I think Pog would be
That's true.
Micro Pog. Yeah. We didn't want to do a 1 hour video.
Right.
Got it.
It was pushing it. And
Yeah.
I mean,
the original edit, I think, was somewhere around like 40 minutes.
Holy moly, really?
I can't remember it. I just remember having
it's
like
20
a
years
small
of
heart
pedals
attack.
with people chiming in. I mean, I wanted to do wah envelope filters.
Right.
Yeah. It's boosts.
Yeah.
Yep. And then we've got Whammy 4 and Zoya as well, which was the Empress. Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
Zoya?
I believe so.
Zoya. So, yeah, that's our list, y'all. Thank you guys for voting and for telling us what your favorites are. That was cool. It's neat insight. And I think it's like probably agreed upon in the room, but in the last 20 years, lots of innovation has happened.
Yeah.
Not that there wasn't before that, but lots of really cool things.
It's, a lot of people say like the golden age. I think that term of thinking, people are using that term to define like there's never been so many amazing things. And I think we definitely are in an era where technology and creativity can meet up because of digital world. There's a lot of ideas. Like Strymon's the best example. Chase Bliss is the best example of people finally having a tech that's affordable to do things that feel like this should be in the Jetsons or something.
Right.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So now that we've covered that, that's interesting. We'll have to post that in the description of the former video if people want to go look at that. Here are my favorite delays this year. The Eccos by Keeley. It's just really great. Very similar. It's funny in fashion. You have the Walrus Mako D1. They're posting some blurred out photos yesterday. I'm a gambling man, and I'm gonna say the next Walrus release, that's probably tomorrow or the next day, will be an M1. I think it'll be a modulation.
Ooh,
that's a good thought.
I think it will. I hope it is. I really like this. I like the format. Yeah, high fidelity echo machine. So these are fantastic delays that share some similarities in the way they look and function. And then on the board here, if we look down, this Backtalk reissue by Dan Electro, it has that warm place in my heart. It's going to win. Is it the greatest delay? No.
Right.
Is it the most beautiful? No.
But
it has my heart.
Has your heart?
It's like when you have the three-legged dog mutt and you love it.
Right.
And you come home and who's there waiting on you?
Right.
The
tripod.
Backtalk. Yeah, tripod.
Yeah.
Tray.
Well, there is a kind of a fun story behind that too, because we did an episode with Steve from I'm literally Dan Electro. Yeah, sorry, my brain literally went to zero.
We haven't done this in a while.
We're
warming up. We have 2 hours, by the way.
Yeah.
So this is not for the faint of heart.
We're here,
but we did an interview with him, and you're like, we got to bring the Backtalk back.
Mm-hmm.
And then
they did.
And then they brought it back.
We actually helped with the circuit board layout of this.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, it's been fun. I've learned a lot from him and been able to help on a couple small things to see the line kind of come back to life. That's been fun. So yeah, that's my picks on that. Do we want to jam, or do I just go through another category or two and then? What do we want to do here?
We got nothing but time.
We have nothing but time. Yeah. I think we should start jamming.
Let's jam on the first batch here.
Yeah.
All right. So the first batch in the reverb category, you see this big ear Albie. I love big ear. Grant is one of my favorite humans ever. He's out of Nashville. Hopefully, we're going to do a Nashville road trip with a live. We have a van now. It's going to get dangerous.
Yeah, we have a van.
But we'll do something with him. I'm going to use that for verbs. This Seymour Duncan Polaron phaser is the most underrated thing of the year possibly. It's a 4 preset tap tempo phaser. Stinking bomb. I'm forcefully putting this on Nick's board that we're going to build him.
I'm very grateful. The
Tim guitarist Pit. This pedal is an amazing take on a classic Rat. I love what he's doing. It's a signature pedal for the guitarist of a shoegaze band called Sandpit. That was from the 90s. And then the Icarus, which we released on the show, which raised money for the family of a guy who passed away.
Yeah.
Wow. And so this is going to be overdrive, distortion, phaser, reverse, and verb. We have not been together in a while.
Yeah.
We're kind of getting the band back together here.
Yeah.
Which means none of us have played music in the last year. Have you guys?
I picked up a guitar maybe once.
Nice.
Over break.
Nice.
Nick, we need some direction. Okay. What are we doing here with jams? We need a narrative.
So I was thinking about this. I think imagine a world much like our own. But we have
in a world.
I think we're gonna write the soundtrack
much
to a
like
movie starring a man building a rocket ship. He lives in the Midwest and he's trying to escape planet Earth and smuggle himself to a colony on the moon.
It's a good time to do that.
Yeah, but he's doing it illegally, so he's being chased down and he's building his rocket ship out of old tractor parts.
So in this world, it's illegal to leave the world.
Well, only the elites can colonize the moon. So he's just trying to he's trying to get his family off of Earth.
Okay.
This would make a mega good sci-fi movie.
They kind of I'm sort of ripping off a movie a little bit.
No one's judging you.
But I like the idea of a farmer trying to build a rocket ship out of a bunch of old farm parts, and the NASA cops are trying to stop him. So maybe the first jam could be he's piling in his family into his rocket ship, and NASA cops are on his tail.
Okay.
People say, just play already.
I like that. And I want to say again, this is a 2-hour journey through all of 2020. We're going to give it the respect it needs.
That's right.
If you're the type person that wants to look in the description and jump ahead to timestamps, you're probably going to hate this. So
quit rushing us. We want to talk,
we're going to talk. And I want to make one more statement. The McRib is back at McDonald's. It's back. They're how much are they? $1.99? Something like that. Okay. What's the emotion?
Well, I think we should do Midwest modern upbeat, because this is sort of a chase scene.
Mid-mod?
Yeah, mid-mod upbeat. We're gonna be breaking orbit at the end of this song.
Ooh.
Because NASA cops are coming.
Okay.
What key
Let's
would
do
that
a top
be
down
in,
here while I set these pedals up.
And don't forget to turn your mics off.
Let's go to D. That felt good.
It did feel good.
This pedal's wild. So you scroll through a rotary with 8 different verbs.
That's the Albie?
Is that Flurb?
Wait.
He put Flurb in the Albie.
Whoa.
He's in the chat, y'all.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. He
Hey,
was
Grant.
just a minute ago. Yeah.
Grant, is this Flurb? Tell the truth.
Come on. I'm going to call him out right now if he's still here.
Because if it is, I'm so excited.
Ooh, is it a better Flurb?
It's a better Flurb. It feels more
Well,
like
anything's
chorusy. It feels more like there's a chorusy effect. Because there's a very distinct stank on Flurb.
That's a nice spring sound.
He says, oh, I spelled Flurb wrong. Sorry, guys. Oh, maybe I didn't. Is it F-L-E-R-B or U-R-B? He replied. Grant said Flurb with 2 exclamation points.
It's better than Flurb.
Good job, Grant.
Good job, Grant.
Yeah.
Way to go.
So these are very fun pedals. This phaser. So watch this. I'll demonstrate a couple things on a pedal every once in a while besides just jamming with it. So you can move through presets. I'm a sucker for slow phase. It's probably a good band name for somebody.
Yeah.
This kind of stuff. It's almost like a doubler. That's really nice. Yeah, you can do all these stages, 2, 4, 6, up to 16 stages.
Wow.
That's moody.
Smooth. Ooh, that might need to be introduced into a part of the like space travel part of the story that we're composing music for.
Okay. All right, I'm going to switch into some other stuff here. So let's talk through my verbs. I'll remove the Albie, which I love. Go check out Big Ear. Again, when you're buying from Big Ear, you're buying from good people. That's their new slogan. It's not, but it's like the most basic slogan ever.
Are you switching stuff right now?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the Oceans 12.
Oh, nice.
I use this in the Bass with Roy video.
Okay.
It's just full of surprises.
Was that like the pad kind of thing?
It was everything.
Yeah.
It does so. It's a bit overwhelming, and that's how pedals should be sometimes. I'm afraid I'm going to hit my.
Was Oceans 12? Wait, that was so they made an Oceans 12 movie, right? Because they made.
Yeah.
They have an 11, a 12, and a
13.
13, I think. Yeah.
Right.
They've got a few of them.
Then for delay, I'm going to take the Backtalk off and go with the Keeley. That'll be nice. Do the Eccos. Yeah, while I do this, anyone want to?
I got something. Can I talk about a pedal that is not... oh, hold on. Kelsey. Kelsey's in the chat helping out today. Thank you, Kelsey. She says there's technically 5 Oceans movies, so...
She would know.
She would know. Yep. Okay, while Josh is changing stuff out, we're not going to use this today, but my goodness, this is hands down my favorite pedal of 2020. This is the new G3 Atom or Atom from the fine folks at the Gig Rig. So
this just showed up, and Addison got so excited he peed a little.
and almost passed out. It would have been embarrassing had I passed out and whatever. Anyways, I was so excited to see this. Thank you, Dan, for making incredible gear. I'm a huge Dan and Mick fan, so shout out to that pedal show.
Yeah.
Yep. Might even like it more than our show. If
What?
I can. Yep. I just want to give them some love.
They are handsomer than we are.
Right? That's why I said that.
I
so
mean,
They're really handsome gentlemen.
they are. They're fine folks. So anyways, that's my favorite pedal of 2020, and I'm very thankful for it. So go check it out. Yeah. Nick, do you got a favorite?
I don't know if I have a favorite of 20. I would have to think about that a little bit more. I feel like I didn't quite prepare.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry I called you out.
Okay, did the Keeley Caverns come out this year? No. Okay.
29.
No.
Again, it's hard.
It is really
because it feels
hard.
like it did.
It did feel like, because that would have been mine, but no. Okay.
Yeah, That's a pedal.
That's a great one.
That's a classic.
I really like that pedal.
Let's see here. I'm gonna add. I think that feels good.
I think it does.
Here's where I'm at. Y'all. So, going through this as best I can in some non-chaotic fashion. Let me talk about the fuzzes I enjoyed this year, and then I'll talk through this board. I just want to make sure I mention everything that's important. So the fuzzes that have been really great. I think the best fuzz of the year, with zero argument, has to be this. It's the Fuzz Factory, one of the most amazing pedals ever. It's part of why all of us love pedals in the industry, and Zach Vex joined with Joel Chase Bliss. Joel worked for Zach and kind of got his start. He designed some ZVEX pedals, and then they collaborated for the pedal movie with Reverb. Now, why am I holding this piece of paper, Addison?
Well, because there's just this small company that no one knows of called USPS that lost another package that we had overnighted. Was it overnighted? It doesn't matter. It was supposed to be here
It was purchased
a long
2
time
weeks ago.
Okay.
It was in Kansas City last night after having been in Kansas City for 2 days.
Okay.
Now it's somewhere in Virginia or Boston.
You're
it has
kidding.
changed.
Oh, you're for real right now.
I'm
How
totally
does that
for
happen?
real. We had this happen. I just want to say the United Postal Service is the enemy of this show as of right now. We needed an arch enemy.
Yep.
And
we have one.
it.
There
Okay.
it is.
Okay.
I don't know why they have such a personal vendetta against us having the gear we need for the show, but
Because they know we're changing the game.
yeah,
Okay.
That's true.
The colors sound Batsup Fuzz. Just go look it up. These are limiteds. He has a few of these left. Go to MKII, search MKII's Fuzz pedal on Google. They make these. These are made by Dam in England. They're incredible, hand-built. He has a few left right now. Go buy them out. This is one of the coolest fuzzes of the year. I'll play this next. Then we have the Cornell Legacy Fuzz. So this is Dennis Cornell, who was involved in the original Arbiter factory. He worked as a kid there. He knew Mr. Arbiter. And he has this old stash of transistors that no one has, and they're in here. This thing's expensive. It does not have a power jack because it doesn't have to do anything you want it to do. It has those transistors. So it's really cool. Check out this. There's another model as well, a black model, I believe, that's on the way here. Killer. Not much to say other than that. We interviewed Dennis. There'll be an episode about him at some point. And I haven't done this in a while on the live. So I'm going to throw the Supreme in. You know?
Good timing. Many thanks to JHS for the Legends of Fuzz in the comments. Tons of people saying,
Awesome.
Yes.
thanks for releasing this
This was
year.
quite a thing for... Tonally, I love this fuzz. It is a Japanese octave thing that's been one of my favorite sounds ever. And we did it in the shutdown from our homes. So there's a sentimental thing there for me. This is awesome. But for right now, on the tabletop, I'm going to play the Pedal Pawn. This is a good friend of mine that I've never met that happens over the internet. We've known each other for years. I have bought some crazy stuff. He's been my guy. I'll do that. My guy in England. He found my 1.5 tone bender. He found a Zonk machine for me. Crazy hard stuff to find, but he makes these.
I like to imagine he wears like turtlenecks and like he has round.
He's probably
glasses.
watching. If you're watching, tell us what you're wearing.
What's his name so we can look for him?
He knows his name.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to let him decide if he wants to reveal himself.
Got it.
Because it can get a little weird. Then down Ocean's 12 Verb, Eccos, and another shameless plug because I'm just
so
I'm not ashamed. The 3 Series chorus was my favorite chorus, a straight chorus pedal of the year. I don't have the new Julia because that's Colt's fault.
Yeah. Colt.
Anyway.
This could have been you.
If anybody out there knows Colt or wants to tag or message Walrus on Instagram and tell him I've said various times that it's Colt's fault, you can do that.
Yeah.
And then we have the red by Spiral and Shoe Pedals. So this is a collaborative. Tom Cram was part of DoD. They shut him down and fired his whole crew. He started Spiral, and this is their release. So yeah, I think let me get some basic sound going here. Let me find a reverb that I want to use.
Pedal Pawn is tuned in. And
talk about narrative. Pedal Pawn?
Yeah,
what?
well,
they're tuned in. He says, "I've got nothing but a turtleneck on." That's not your guy, I know, but he's here, so
yeah.
Just,
One of these days we're going to do a live and we're all going to be wearing turtlenecks. So I think since we have 2 hours in this narrative that we're developing, we're scoring this film. I think we've broken through the atmosphere. We are headed towards the moon, and
are we slingshotting around the Earth? Do we need some jettison force?
I wouldn't worry about the sci-fi logistics.
Okay.
I just say it's going to work.
Band name.
This is our band, Sci-Fi Logistics, with our hit single "Space Cats" or something. I don't know. I think we're approaching the moon, but there is we're approaching the security checkpoint, and we have to maneuver our way through the elite defenses to the moon base. So there's going to be some lasers and some maneuvering space flight.
Where does all this come from inside of you?
He has a dark soul.
It just never ends. It's just always going. So, yeah. So there's going to be some some laser exchanges. That's what this jam is called, laser exchange.
Laser exchange.
All right. All right. Set a tempo off the Eccos. What key you guys want to jump in on? Not D.
It needs to be whatever the key of lasers is.
Ooh.
I don't know.
What's the key of lasers?
Key of lasers is probably G.
Yep.
We got to mood it up a little bit because we're in danger here. We might have to change to a minor. Yeah, I'm feeling that. Addison, can you give us some fuzziness on the bass? Yeah, okay. I like this.
And just the storyline is working.
I feel it.
What's happening right now?
Well, they just barely escaped, and their engines were shot out, but they found safe passage through a canyon on the moon, and they are going to have to regroup and figure out what to do next.
That's a tough situation I've been in a few times.
Yeah, when you're stuck in a moon canyon.
Moon canyons are the worst for full suspension.
Really, yeah.
And two-wheel drive. I used to drive this cheap Ford front-wheel drive, little 4-cylinder. Got stuck in the moon all the time.
What is this show?
I don't know how to respond. I'm reading comments. So I'm just like, I got nothing.
Here's the thing. Anybody watching this 2-hour 2020 review, they want to be here.
They definitely want to be here.
Yeah, so I use this. Excellent. This has so many sounds.
It sounds so good.
This is just a great tape saturation sound. I use this in the chorus mode, really. This is the red. This is a really great drive. They had worked together on a DoD pedal that was released. This is kind of part 2 of that. Once they let all the DoD people go, they kind of re-collaborated on a version 2 of that pedal. It's awesome.
And which one is that again?
It's the red spiral.
Red.
And then this is a really great sonically faithful silicon fuzz that's made in England. Cleans up nice as well. All right, I'm going to switch some stuff out. I'm interested what people are saying. Give us a briefing there.
Yep. Go ahead, Nick.
No, it's fine.
No. After you.
No. Someone's
after
gonna. Let me see here. It got kind of like lost in the weeds there for a second. There's a lot of comments about how much sci-fi we consume and about how I should probably stop taking mushrooms.
Whoa.
Which these are all mushroom-free stories, y'all.
Oh, it's just who Nick is, guys. There's so much creativity that comes out of him. It's wild. Okay, how about this? Lots of people are asking what's on bass today.
Yeah.
Yes, lots of pedals released in 2020. That
And
are
honestly,
on bass
we
today.
can throw anything over there,
Yeah.
but there's some
Yeah.
killer stuff you're using.
Really, really is. So, okay, so we know ever since the Klon episode, we discovered how great Klons are on bass. So this wasn't released in 2020. This is a JHS Klon from our history wall, so that's on pretty much all the time nowadays. But apart from that, these three are what I'm going to use. So for the real fuzzy nastiness, this was actually the October audio. I think it's just the November drive. It's missing the O and the E and another E. So if I'm saying it wrong, I apologize. But so yeah, it's given a really, really neat kind of push to the Klon. So here's without that drive, and then here's with it.
It sounds very good.
Yeah, it's very, very sweet.
I love how that pedal looks and feels.
Yeah,
The
they're-
chunky, tall enclosure.
Their branding's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Way to go, guys. Yeah, and I remember emailing with him too, and yeah, your kindness is much appreciated. So, yeah, and then Boss SY1 synthesizer.
Such a cool pedal.
Very cool. Didn't we? Like
Nick has
we did
used
I
it
something
a
think
else,
lot.
I
right?
did. Oh, I think I used it on drums. Did I use it on drums?
Yeah,
I think
you
I did use it on drums.
Nice.
And yeah, it was
Cool.
it was really cool. It's such a cool pedal.
Yeah. So it's Boss. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, Boss is
Way
the
to go,
boss.
Boss. And then this fuzz, which we haven't gotten to yet, but we will at some point. This is from our good friend David Brown at Brown Amplification. This is his T4, which is, Josh, a muff, right?
Yeah,
Big
it's
muff style.
T4 means transistor times 4. It's a
There you go.
4-stage fuzz, which is a big muff, yes.
And it's incredible on bass. Here's a little taste for you. It's very,
So
very,
nice.
very, very good.
It's very, very cool.
Very fuzzy.
I did that on the first live stream we ever did. I got the wild hair to put a live stream rig together and do it for my basement. We did What's in Josh's Mailbox. Anybody remember that? Dark Days?
Yeah, that was a long time
Katie
ago.
was helping me with no audio working as usual. That went well.
That was before my time here. But I remember watching it, though, from home.
Oh, we never got an 8th to 8th headphone.
Oh no!
Do we have one?
I can go track one down.
I think we have one.
Yeah.
I think it might be in one of those drawers over there because we used it. I'm
going to use this crazy thing. This is really fun to set in front of, like, the faves. What I've really enjoyed seeing this year. It's a lot of stuff. It's a little overwhelming. But that's fine. Got it. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah.
Nice.
You keep chugging along on the base stuff.
Total backfire on that throw there. Okay. Yep. This is our Nash P base that we use all the time. And then running into a color box, and then in the box is the UAD, the B15 plugin, the Ampeg B15, which is dope. And then compressing the snot out of it today with an LA2A because...
Can you define what it means to compress the snot out of it?
So...
because that's an actual question.
Yeah.
People have been commenting on how good the bass tones are.
Yep. Well, when I mix stuff, I like... a good solid low-end foundation. Compressing the snot helps. So you have dynamic range. It's your waveform. You got compression, which is going to take your peaks and it's going to lower them. And then you end up turning it up to match the volume of everything. So that means your low notes come up a little bit too. And then you have a little bit more squashed of a waveform. That's compress the snot in a nutshell. And
so you're doing stuff.
You're doing stuff to it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're leveling things out. So I'm using an LA2A, which is, I believe, leveling amplifier is what LA stands for. So
is that what it stands for?
I do believe.
Amplifier?
Yep,
Oh,
I think so.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. If we look down here, it's about to get crunk.
Let's go.
There's some doozies here. I have the Ranger Effects Mini Bar. Let's just acknowledge it's a pedal that you put liquid in. It was released in January, pre 2020.
Brilliant.
The last time we had liquid in here,
well, that would have come out 2020 because was a NAMM.
It was
right?
NAMM, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't get it off. Crap. It had beer in it.
Oh, did it get?
Do you have any pliers?
Ooh, yeah, we got some.
Yeah. This is our fault, not his. And what am I going to put in here?
I've got some coffee.
Yeah, I have LaCroix.
There's some LaCroix.
I have hot LaCroix.
It's just been like cooking on top of that
like
amp.
Steaming hot LaCroix. All right, here we go. This is not the right tool for this. Forgive me, David. Oh, there we go. Okay. It just needed some help. It's like when you can't get the pickle jar open and your wife does it easily. And then you're like, I got it ready for, Top down, do we have a view? All right, I'm going to pour hot LaCroix.
Yes. You're going to spill it everywhere.
Perfect execution. Come on.
And then you set the empty can on top of...
Yeah, I set it up on the Torpedo. It's fine. Let's see if that worked. Hot LaCroix tone. Hot LaCroix tone. Yeah. Hot LaCroix. Okay.
Got that.
Everyone just left this episode. Ooh. Okay. Then I have the Jupiter Effects Real Saturator. This thing is like a tape saturation inspired overdrive.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it just came over. And I messed with it before the break and loved it.
Somebody's angry you didn't put coconut water in your...
Oh. Yeah, probably Rhett. There's some... We could do that later. So I'll do a... It's just a really cool... different flavor of dirt because he's doing... It has the whole roll-off feeling. It feels very gray. Tape always feels very flat and like... I don't know. That's in my head. And then we have the EQ2. Their tagline on this is the last EQ pedal you'll ever need. This is the ultimate EQ pedal. It's programmable, MIDI, all kinds of stuff. And you can just go in, set up your frequency ranges. It's super easy to use. So, let's see.
Somebody said your Captor X light isn't supposed to be turning red, but it is.
Really?
What does that mean?
What does it mean?
I don't know.
It's because you put the LaCroix on it.
It might be.
Well, if I like how it sounds.
You like how it sounds?
I don't know. I'm going to do a mid push. So you hold the button down and you kind of choose your frequency. So I'm going going to use that like a boost. Like, I'm going to kind of do what a Dallas Rangemaster would do.
How is it programmable?
It just has presets like a delay or something.
So you like set the knobs and then like save it or something, or you set the sliders and.
So if you had if you had this in front of your drives, I'm probably going to toss this on one of the newer boards.
Oh, cool.
And you just have some different preset. Like you could have a Morning Glory and slam it in 4 different ways easily.
That's cool. I need that for my drum pedal board.
Ooh,
that would be really sick.
That'd be dope.
All right, now we have this thing's wild. Okay, I hung out with him at NAMM. This is his trim. All right, we're going to do... You can tap a tempo, right? Pretty normal stuff. Or you spin the magnet.
Ooh.
That's
that makes
amazing.
me so happy.
It's so nice. So
is it? Whoa.
So there's a magnet hitting this metal arm, and it's breaking the circuit. Like,
wow,
it's so good, so genius.
And it's like big enough
then
that
you can override.
Kick it.
Yeah, it's made to kick with your foot, but
That's
I'm gonna
cool.
do like this lame finger thing here.
It's like someone turned a fidget spinner into a pedal.
Oh man, Oliver can't.
It's called the
At
spin.
the same time, he said fidget spinners are back.
Yeah,
That's right.
And then we
guys are on
have
it.
one of the coolest effects I've ever seen, the Cooper Effects Arcades. I have had so many great conversations with him over text and Instagram. Great designer. He did a collab with Chase Bliss as well, I believe. And basically you have some different cards. This says synth, this says pitch, grain, reverb, reverse. I have the delay module in. So it's a multi-effect.
What's the picture on the front?
It's this long, majestic hall of something. I don't know.
That is like such a cool idea. It makes me so happy.
Honestly, I'll play with this. But if you put in a card, let's put in a pitch card. It takes a second, and then you're loading, and
Whoa. That is so fun.
it's awesome. So I'm gonna go back to that delay. Yeah, let's do a jam.
That's awesome. Okay, so we're in the moon. We're having to now. Our family is having to trek on foot through a moon canyon, and they are taken captive by moon natives who are in rebellion against the elites who have begun to colonize the moon, and they are going to help this clan to overthrow the elites in exchange for their lives.
Wow.
These elites,
Punks.
Freaking, it's like the Kardashians got their corner of the moon.
They have a whole corner of
They
the
have a
moon.
whole corner. If a round thing can have a corner,
They have
then
it.
they have it.
So this is a dark moment.
This is a moment where the heroes get to where they want, but they find out what they want wasn't exactly what they thought it would be.
Okay.
So now they're finding new purpose. They're becoming the Rebel Alliance now, and they are going to team up with these moon dwellers. Yes. And they're meeting the shaman leader of the moon tribe,
Okay.
whose name cannot be spoken in English tongue or by the tongues of humans.
This is the arcades kind of setting that mood.
Yeah, I like this.
Really moody. This trim. It's pretty cool. It's such a cool, expressive. I mean, that's a pun almost, but
yeah.
It's just a very different way to approach tremolo. It's a great pedal by itself. This just adds, you know, you can have your setting and then just kick that if you want to go crazy. It's really fun.
It's super, super fun.
Y'all, we've been at this for about an hour now, and you know what that means.
It does. The show happens because, you know, there's some help with that. You know, the cost. We should probably run an ad.
I think we probably
not feel too bad about it. You feel bad about it?
I don't. I also have to go to the bathroom. So
let's do an ad / bathroom break for everybody.
Someone said smoke break too, so
yeah if you want to smoke, it might be a hot dog break for somebody. I don't know. Take your shoe off break.
Government mandated hot dog breaks.
I'm into that. All right, we'll be right back.
Here we go.
Skillshare is an online community with thousands of inspiring classes for curious people at every skill level. Explore new skills, get better at the things you already love, get lost in creativity, and join the millions of other people that are already enjoying this platform. There's tons of stuff you can learn on Skillshare. Perhaps you're a really creative person. There are classes for you. Struggling to find resources on how to start your small business? Well, you guessed it. There are classes for that as well. I wish Skillshare had existed when I started JHS. I could have taken a web developing class and made my first website way better. It was bad. And maybe JHS would be as big as Boss or Electro Harmonics by now. Probably not, and that's okay. It's fine. But there are courses that teach you how to record better audio, how to edit video. You can take classes on graphic animation. So if you ever wondered how Nick does the fancy graphic stuff on our show, you could learn to do it yourself. Nick, if you're listening right now, there is a course called Learn How to Mix Music with Young Guru. Frankly, I want all of our jams from here on out to sound like Jay-Z albums. I don't think that's too much to ask. So go take the class, Nick. Maybe I'll take it too. There's even content on how to solder and classes on understanding electronics, which is super cool if you have any interest in building pedals or gear. The classes are put together really well. They're broken down in bite-sized and easy to understand pieces. In some classes, they even go so far as to provide shopping links for the supplies you're going to need for that class. It's awesome. It's amazing. It's like college, but way cheaper, and you don't have to get good grades to keep learning. That was always my problem. There's literally thousands of topics, and the best part is that it's less than $10 a month with their annual subscription. That's like 33 cents a day. That's like a penny an hour. I don't know. I didn't really do the math because I'm bad at math, but maybe Skillshare has a math class I should take. I'll look into it. At the end of this stream, we'll be posting a link in the description. The first 1,000 people to use the link will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium. Don't go right now. Go in like 20, 30 minutes after the live's over. It'll be there, and you might really like it. Thank you. Yes. Coming into this, I want to say I did fix the Captor issue.
What'd you do?
I had it on the wrong input selector, so in the middle of playing, I think I mixed myself back in. Right,
Got
you
it.
can just keep an eye on it.
Nice, yeah, for sure.
Well, we're back. This is part 2. We just had the intermission. I love intermissions. Been to a few Broadway plays. I don't want to brag. I've been to New York. And you go out, you buy T-shirts, you get a drink. I hope that everyone bought a shirt, got a drink, got a hot dog.
Everybody on the break just went and changed their shirt.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, we may need to implement on these 2 hours. These are rare. The 2 hours are rare. They're crazy. They're radical. We know they're for the hardcore fans. But maybe we do a clothing change next time.
I think so. Oh, man.
I think we need
I had another shirt.
Yeah, we got to
here,
take
too.
it next level.
Oh, dang.
What's the viewer? Let's talk about it. How many people are on? How many crazy people
We have
are all
about
together?
1,000 crazy people watching right now. Sometimes YouTube doesn't update, but I
A
want
thousand crazy people in a
crazy
2-hour
people.
virtual living room experience
Yes.
of just madness.
I want to say something because I don't want anyone to miss this. Zachary McGuire, thank you for this. What did 50 Cent do when he was hungry?
I don't know.
58.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay. I also want to say, I like to be transparent and humble. I've had a little bit of a runny nose. I have a bad allergies. My eyes have been watering. I forgot to take my allergy medicine. So if I've offended anyone with a little bit of a runny nose, I'm sorry. All right. Moving on to... They don't know what to say to that.
You're
It's
calling yourself out. That's great.
It's
Self-awareness.
hot in here and cold.
Yeah. That's
Right?
true.
It's this room.
It's sort of fluey.
Do we all have the flu?
No, it's just the room.
It's been like this for 4 years. Okay. Let's look down here at we have enough time. I'm gonna slow down. Not that I was going fast.
I changed my shirt.
You did. Let's look at this next lineup. I think we're at a place where I'm just gonna keep doing lineups and we'll end up covering everything, and then I think here's what we need, Addison, like a 15-minute warning.
Okay, before
you.
it'd be the end of day. Yep, got it.
So here's what we have. The Mako D1 by Walrus. Fantastic. I've used this on some lives. It's a great delay. The Alexander Super Neo-Matic. This is a recreation of a really hard, I think it's like $2,000 on Reverb if you find an original. I don't care enough to get the original, and that makes me sad. I'll probably end up finding one, but it's a crazy rare pedal, and he recreated it. You can go look into the copy and stuff. It's a modulation, flanger, kind of strange stuff, fun stuff, weird. Like every Alexander pedal, it's a little too much for me, but it makes me want to use it, and it makes me want to be a better person.
It's like a challenge. It's like when you see somebody doing something better, then you're like, I don't know if I can be as good of a bowler as Roger, but I sure as heck want to try.
I appreciate this. I mean, I can't look away from this. That's why
wonderful.
it's on the table.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Then for the budget crew, we have the Sundance Special. This is by K-Line. This is their new branding. This is an overdrive that's really great. It's more of a distortion preamp kind of thing. Volume, bass, treble, and gain, and then you have a boost here. If I had to put this into some type of category to understand the circuits, it's like a high gain op amp kind of screamer thing with a bass and treble. And apparently we're next to a street. And then the boost is going to be like a straight up kind of micro ampish. Good, nice boost. Then the best, I know Boss put out well, that doesn't matter. I was confusing two things. Because Source put out a synth pedal as well. I crossed it in my head. The Spectrum is definitely the filter of the year. Intelligent auto filter. Then we have the Claymore by Wampler. So Alex Clay worked with Brian, and he passed away, like kind of shockingly. And this was a tribute kind of thing to him. Limited run of these. That's a little graphic of him on there. It's hard to see, but go check these out. He was a really cool guy. I met him a few times. A lot of industry people really loved the guy. He was like such a positive attitude. I remember he's the guy you go to NAMM and he's happy.
Wow.
It's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like you
yeah.
You just have to admire
Yeah, he was an amazing dude. Yeah. So there's that. I think we carry on the narrative here a little bit further.
Okay, well, we've gotten here quickly, so
yeah, it's fine.
All right,
there's so much to talk about that What do you think, Addison? What do we do here?
I mean, I just want to hear some of these things because, to be honest with you, I've seen most of them come in, and I haven't heard a lot of them.
Yeah.
So I want to hear the narrative. And
all right.
I want to know where we're going.
Okay, so our team of outcasts have formed a plan to. Okay, here I got it. It just came in. It just came into the dome.
Yep.
The elites have a construction site where they are building a new Superdome for their new moon city.
Got it.
And it is under construction, and the natives and the farmers' family have stumbled upon plans. This is getting real Star Wars: A New Hope. They have found an underground tunnel system that leads them into this construction site.
That was there already?
That was there, built for like plumbing, right?
Whoa.
Moon plumbing. And hold on with me here. We're getting somewhere. And they are going to sabotage the build of this new Superdome. And so we could call this song Superdome Destruction. And they are going to plant charges all around this place and blow it up, and to push back the forces that are taking over the moon.
All that hard work?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not really their space to build the Superdome because
space.
Space puns. So I feel like this is more like we're taking back what has been stolen from us,
Got
right?
it.
And these farmers have a very they identify with the plight of these people, so they are going to take this land back.
Got it.
And just launch it all out, just full on.
We're going for
explosive assault.
So this is marching orders.
It's gonna get real. Robots, the bad guy robots are all gonna turn, and it's gonna be crazy. I think we're gonna get crunchy and hey, this might be a good jam for that thing that you had. Yeah,
let's do it.
Oh, okay. Let's see
Tell them what you're doing, and let's do it.
Okay, this is a lovely boss.
We're gonna lead out with a bass riff, people.
Oh, wait, listen.
Ooh, yes. This is perfect.
Man.
This is some like Trent Reznor.
What key?
Ooh, I'm in D. D minor.
Yeah. Could you give me a little bit more of your bass?
Yeah, hold on.
I'm going to start off with the Claymore, kind of as a light overdrive. Let me get the level right.
was great. Mission accomplished.
So these sounds were really fun. This Neo-Matic, it's on the edge of can I use this?
Can you play it by itself?
Yeah.
It's kind of awesome. What are the nom controls?
Mix, feedback, rate, depth, and then you have alternate controls of range, ramp rate, and yeah. Then there's some other stuff. Like there's so many features. I love how it's on the edge of like. And then the Spectrum, I started off with this sound, which was really cool.
Ooh, that's fun.
That's super fun.
Yeah. Sorry, this. That's just the Spectrum. I'll add the Claymore.
That's very cool.
Then I went over to like a Qtron mode. That was cool.
Very fun.
And this is a real, for the price, this is bonkers. Listen to how good this drive is. I think this drive's like $50.
What's the name of it again?
Sundance Special. So this, the creator of this, his mom's favorite, I love that I know this stuff. His mom's favorite movie character was, it's from Western Sundance Kid.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So it's great. you like a good simple distortion and you want to boost, that's it. It's like so affordable. What's the price?
I actually can't find it.
Yeah,
it's
somewhere in the world.
Yeah, they're all around $50. All the other $50 stuff. So sounds about
cool.
Right.
Let me jump into another switch up here. Let's talk
Switching it up.
Yeah, let's go straight into what it's the elephant in the room. It's the Chase Bliss stuff. The Mark II.
Yes.
Whoop whoop.
Addison, you're a lover of this.
I really am.
Talk a little bit about it. And
did you spend time and learn how to use it?
I haven't yet. But here's the thing: I have listened to a lot of people play it.
Right.
It blows my mind. But even more than the preamp, the 1978, the CXM, the Meris. Because we don't have one yet.
Meris shipped one out yesterday, I believe. I was talking to them. And
oh wow!
Hope they didn't use USPS because it won't get here for the rest of the year. Anyways, take that USPS. This is their reverb. Oh, we need to have our moment. You done? This is their reverb collab. My goodness, I don't know that I've heard a better sounding reverb in a pedal. Now, granted, I know they're $900. I'm fully aware that that's crazy.
Oh, really?
Yes, really, yeah, wow. They really are. But it's relative. It's like money's dispensable, disposable, whatever.
It really is. In
technically
some form.
Speaking,
I mean, you can dispense of anything.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, it's a brilliant pedal. It's very easy to use the interface, and I know what you're asking yourself. You haven't learned how to use it yet, Addison. I thought you just said that. That's true, but I have watched people use it because I'm like, I gotta know how this thing works and sounds. So when I sit down with it, I'll know it. But it has room plate Hall, and then it has the ability to add modulation to any of them. It's super intuitive. You've got this this crossover point, so you can differentiate between the reverb times of like low frequencies and mid-range frequencies.
What?
Yeah, it's really cool.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, and then you have like a treble control as well.
So it's like a multi-band.
Yeah, exactly.
Reverb.
Yeah, so your low end might be a longer tail, so to speak, than your mid-range. So
That's
it's
like wizardry.
Yeah,
I can't even. Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, you go into different rooms and you're like, well, there's a lot of low end in this room.
That makes sense.
In the reverb, right? So I think that's probably kind of what they're getting at. I would assume. I don't know.
You can change the reverb length and stuff of like each individual frequency range. Is that what I'm understanding?
It's like probably, I would imagine, it's like a fixed frequency that you're adjusting. Or maybe it's not fixed. Maybe it's some algorithmic, I don't know, whatever. You know, as you turn it up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be cool to get one in.
I'm beside myself. Yeah, so very, very excited. Yeah, someone else mentioned, they said, did we spot a G3 ATOM on the table? Yes, you did. I mentioned it earlier, but it's, we're almost an hour and a half into this. So this is my pick for best pedal of 2020 that was released. Very cool. Loop switcher. Way to go, Gig Rig.
Very cool.
That's it. That's all I got to say about those things. I could probably talk about them for a lot longer. Ooh, hold on. I got another one to talk about. Shout out to my boy J.O. If you're watching, J.O., hopefully you are. He said, do you guys have the Jack White pedal? Who was this? Copper Sound, Josh? Yes, Copper Sound did a pedal with Jack White. This is another printout. This is how we do. This is just the new thing if we don't have it yet. I'm sure you at USPS lost it. Josh crumpled them up so we can't make fun of them again. But wild pedal. We don't have one yet. When we do, I'm sure it'll make it onto a crazy wild pedals episode. But yeah, talk about crazy sounds that you can get with stuff. That's this.
What
pedal.
is it?
So
what is it? A fuzz?
I think it's like fuzz overdrive distortion kind of.
Oh, that's cool.
Kind of vibe. It's got like you lock and unlock. I mean, these are like you step on these. They're almost like a piano sustain pedal.
Oh,
like,
okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Anyways,
very cool.
Crazy wild stuff. So, yep.
I just love like when people have fun with their designs.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's so brave because it could like turn some people off to the like funness of it. Like you know what I mean? It's like some people like wouldn't get it, but I just like that the commitment. Just be like, I'm gonna make a tremolo and it's gonna have a fidget spinner on it and you're gonna like it or not. And it's just so, or like you're gonna buy a pedal and the effects are all gonna be like tiny little cards. That's just commitment.
This is
to
how
fun.
it is. Yeah. This is an octave fuzz. Someone said that's really what it is. It's an octave fuzz.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, it's cool. I think there's one on the way. There's always something on the way here.
Always.
I think it's a good interjection here to talk about something useful today, and that is, good. I was on the I was texting with Jenna from Meris, and I'm working on a Meris. Who is Meris? Like showing the bio, telling that story. That'll be an episode, and we were just like, "Hey, how you doing?" kind of thing. And they pulled that off during 2020.
So crazy.
Honestly, it's true. He had been working on the drive here for a while, but the collaboration with Meris and Joel was really hard. And so I just want to take a second and I want to state something for my own sake that kind of ties into it. They just did what they wanted to do. They had fun doing it, and they brought something creative like into the market. And yeah, it's $1,000, but that doesn't give us the right to hate it.
It's true.
Right.
Yep.
I found some interesting dynamics. Like when I built the 66 series, I charged $400 for these. It's because what it needed to do to just bring something like that into the market and make it worth it and profitable for the people selling them and for me. And it was something to do it. And I think I see a lot in the pedal market. There's this like sprouting plant tree, which is like, there shouldn't be allowed to do that. It's too much money. That's stupid. I could build it at home. It's like, I just want to see people embrace these amazing things, even if they're more than we can afford to go buy, like a typical player. It's there. Like, we're lucky enough to see this stuff happen.
Right. Well, and I think like on another hand too, it's like, let's look at like the history of pedals. Like there was a long time where a lot of this gear and technology was out of the price range of like a lot of consumers, but it was like pushing the edge of what could be possible. And so like what these guys are doing is not like, the value of it is that they are like putting these like little like seeds out into the world, being like, this is what's possible with a pedal. And who knows, in like 10 years or something, this might be like a thing people are adapting, and we can like look back and be like, yeah, remember when like Meris and Chase Bliss like freaking crushed it with that like pedal, and they were, you know what I mean? Because like it's like, think about the first like modulation effects were like amp top things that were like people couldn't afford.
Yep.
And they were like really cool.
Yep.
And it's like, oh well, I mean, I think we're looking at these pedals that are like, this could be setting the bar for like the future. You know?
The first computers, like, I know it sounds way too dramatic, but that's what we're looking at here. Is when you look at this Meris collab, it's amazing. There's never been anything like that. They should charge whatever they need to charge to not lose money, to make sure it was fun, and to help trailblaze this era coming in the next 20 years. And that's what they did. And I'm stinking think they should raise the price.
Right.
Like, just as a pedal maker, it's really hard sometimes to want to do things and push the boundaries and be expected to do it for $100.
Yeah.
Because pedals, everything's getting so expensive. And in the year of COVID, everything was so expensive and so hard to do. Parts were hard to find. Labor, like, everything was wonky. So that's my shout out of like, if you had a congratulations, yes, that's to Chase Bliss and Meris. Big round of applause here in the studio. Man, that just hit home, you know?
It's kind of like
good.
It felt kind of like a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
You know, driving a point home.
Yeah.
Get in there. I'm not gonna in there.
This is fun.
Yep.
It's 427.
Really yep.
Let's talk about the lineup here. We have that Batsup. These are.
Is that how I pronounced it? Batsup, like ketchup, but
it is Batsup.
It's Batsup.
It's Batsup.
What does that mean? Is it just a word?
With color sound, it means whatever he wants it to mean.
That's cool.
There is a story there, and I'll get it wrong if I try to mention it.
Got it.
They basically... Okay, here's a story. They found... they found a design that was never released, lost, and then David Main of Damn took the design and they issued it out. So it's a vintage design that lived on a shelf for decades, and they put it out.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Then we have the Hype by Daredevil. This is my favorite boost of the year. No knobs, 1 foot switch, and it has...
I have a sound for that.
Just do it!
Wait, not that one. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. It's just an amazing FET boost, and it has spray painted on it Hype, and I like that.
That's awesome.
Then we have the big boy here.
We've got the big boy.
Let me just...
It also looks really good.
Let me turn it on. Let me watch this.
Whoa.
Okay, hold on. Pause. If you didn't just see flying faders on a guitar pedal and you're wondering why the things are so expensive, there's your answer. The freaking faders move. That's not cheap. That's brilliant.
It's amazing. It's honestly amazing. Yeah. Then this pedal needs to be bought more. People need to discover this pedal, this company. This is the ultimate ambient, like shoegazy, washy device. It's amazing. Disintegrate knob in the middle. Echo.
Is that a Cure reference?
I hope so. I hope it is. Yeah, it's called the Black Hole Symmetry by Collision Devices. They have another pedal that we have. It's actually covered in leather, and you have to treat the leather. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
You have to treat it,
Yeah,
too.
it's right over there.
It came with oil.
Oh, I
didn't
see it.
It came
so
with
good.
like a pack of treatment for the pedal.
Rock Solely said, "What is the Collision Devices
It is
Black Hole Symmetry?"
It is an ambience machine. That's my definition of it.
Ambience machine.
This is called the Ranch, and that has like real leather on top. You have to treat it. Yeah. And it's like this. I love pedals. Y'all
Me
need that.
too.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun. Let's go through a few sounds here before we jam. Oh, that sounds great. Hold on. This Fuzz is probably backwards.
Hey, we got October Audio in the chat.
Hey, man.
Shout out. What's going on? Hey, we're using your November drive right now, if you didn't know. It's on bass guitar, and it's lovely.
Okay. I'll start with the Collision Devices. So. Wait. Yeah. Something's on. Oh, it's the drive. The LED,
is.
the glare of the light was like perfectly off. So there's basically a drive here, disintegrate, and then event horizon is pitchy delay stuff. So let me set this up.
While you're setting that up, we had a question. What were the patch cables that we're using in the chat?
Ernie Ball, yeah.
Yeah, they're the flat
awesome.
Ernie Ball. They're lovely.
If you're gonna buy a pre-made, these flats are awesome.
They really are so nice.
Yep.
They changed my family.
Your kids love you more now.
Things happen, you know. I talked to my dad again for the first time.
Wow.
Was this before or after we saw him in Mississippi a month ago?
It was
2
both.
months ago. Okay, got it.
It was Alabama. Get it right, man.
Sorry, bro. Time travel.
We were 49th in education. Mississippi was 50th. Let's see. Yeah, so big old ambient thing. Sorry, that's my bad.
Hey.
And then you can distort it. But I'm not going to use the distorter. I'm just going to use it for ambience. So that's cool. That's there. The Hype FET boost. I'll use that to slam into this, even though this can do anything, literally. And then here's the Fuzz. I love this look.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Just the contrast. It's so nice.
Yeah.
And then I'll just make one sound on here. Show everyone. Turn it on. Volume, treble, mids, bass and gain. Let's do germanium. Let's gate it. And let's do mids pre. It's going to be crazy. I don't want to create fuzz, though. Let's not do fuzz. Let's keep it drive.
But if you wanted to create fuzz,
you can do. You can literally do anything you want. So, and this is with, this is Benson. Yeah, him and Benson did this. So, fantastic. Here's your heaviest drive sound. Let me go through silicon. I'll do the germanium, like I said. Choose the frequency. Then you can just save a preset and it remembers all that, and it's wild and it's witchcraft.
It's amazing.
Stack it with a fuzz. Ooh. Hit it with the hype. Add some. All right, narrative time.
Okay, so here we go. Just stretch. Just hold on. Okay, I got it. So after the massive battle, our lead character sustained a very fatal blaster wound to the chest, and the chief of the Moon Tribe is taking him to a moon pool, which is a dimension into the afterlife, where if our farmer can battle the specter in the astral plane, he can return his soul to his body and heal himself. But he has to survive the mazes, and he has to battle the specter on the other side to be able to regain his a second chance at life. And the specter takes the form of his worst fears. Wow. So. So at some point, I think we need to establish the ethereal plane here, the astral plane, and then there is going to be some mazes and some spiritual battles to return to his family.
That's heavy.
So yeah,
I'm already on a journey. In my soul.
That was next level on this journey, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah,
I looked over and Addison was like this. He was like. All right, I'm going to use the Sound Stone as well. This came out this year. It's honestly, I'm going to say something here. It's a better Ebo.
What?
Yeah. All right.
I think, Josh, you should establish the crossing over into the astral plane. So, no pressure.
Here we go.
I was there.
Can someone tab that out?
Yeah,
Maybe.
someone tab that out and
let us know. That's great.
We're at the 15-minute warning.
We are. I was supposed to tell you that, but
That's
you
fine.
just were
That's
became
fine.
aware of it yourself. So
I'm thinking I just go through the remainder here and we do one more jam, close it out.
Yep.
Yeah. Any saucy comments? Any?
Just lots of love for the jams
Lots of love.
today. People.
2 hours. This is the length of a feature film. Like one that's too long.
Yeah.
One that's too long.
Right.
Yeah. My wife and I were talking about great movies that should have ended earlier. On the top of my list is the classic Disney Robin Hood animation, The Fox. Mm-hmm. Should have ended when he won the tournament. Anybody know that movie?
Yeah.
Nope.
Should have ended. No.
Interesting.
Just keeps going. Just like I've fallen asleep the last 5 times the kids have made me watch it. Because he wins the tournament, you're like, oh man, and then a whole other storyline.
Right.
All right. I'm gonna go through this, set up one more rig. Let me talk through it while I do it, I guess. There are so many sounds here. Again, this collision devices, yeah. I don't want to repeat myself, but it's amazing.
Some really good stuff.
We got some plans for a shoegaze board. That'll be on it.
Ooh, we have plans for lots of boards, but I have
So
a board
many.
over by my feet that I should show.
How about you?
Oh, yeah.
Because there was a release this year that power supply that I have not seen enough people talk about, and we need to fix that.
That's right. Okay, so here's the board. Oh my gosh, it's so heavy. The board's a Schmidt array board. I think we've showed it a couple times. My arms are shaking. I need to pump some
You need to work
iron.
out.
I really do. It's quite lovely here. So my wonderful assistant Nick has come over to help me here. All right. The board's less important, but what's cool about it is, I don't want to smack you in the face because this thing's spring-loaded. This little modular power supply under here by a company called Anasounds. It's Velcroed on. Okay. I don't want to make you stand there, Nick. You can put it down. We got the power supply. Thanks, dude. I should have just taken it off, but we want to show the board because that'll be done at some point. The automaton is going on there in that empty spot where you're like, whoa, what's that big old thing? I'm watching the replay here. Nick coming in clutch. Yes. All right. Modular power supply from Anasounds. It's awesome. I'm also powering all my pedals today with it. So you can chain them together really easily. They're super lightweight, really well built. So that's our pick this year for power category, best of 2020. Great job, Anasounds.
Everything he's doing
is incredible.
Yeah, they're just really great. The entire line. The spring reverb unit is crazy. It's so good. Have we shown that yet, or is that in an edit? One being edited?
The spring, it's in an edit.
Yeah, you'll see it soon.
Yeah,
just go check out the Anasound site. Just gonna sing those
So good.
praises right now. Really good. I'm gonna keep this pretty much 2 pedals. There's a lot of stuff. Like, okay, MXR did a Timmy, a mass production Timmy.
Yep,
cool.
I'm so happy for Paul. He's one of the founding fathers of American pedals and the boutique movement. This is huge, a collaborative Timmy. George Trips was a driving force in this, kept asking him, and they worked out a thing. It's so, so good and so cool to see it in a smaller, easier to get package. I think it's worth mentioning the Amazon Basics.
Yeah.
It happened.
It happened.
It did.
It happened this year.
And it's good.
Yeah.
All of them are pretty dang good.
Electro-Harmonics, if there's a sleeper release award, it goes to the control knob static expression.
Incredible.
So all this does is if a pedal has an expression out, you go in and you can set 2 different positions. Imagine an expression pedal.
Yeah.
You could set a toe down and a heel up. So I think a DL4 or something, whatever. And then you just have them to switch between. So you create 2 presets.
It's incredible.
Any pedal with an expression pedal, you could make a preset.
That's really
You
cool.
could put this on a Panther Cub, an Emperor, anything with expression. And I never even saw this announced. We were emailing with them and I'm prowling through and I was like, what is this? The control knob static expression.
It's pretty cool.
If you have a pedal with an expression, get one. The Pedal Pond Texas Twang, I showed the Fuzz. He did a take on the Range Master with a 3-position frequency. Check him out. He's wearing a smoking jacket and nothing else, apparently, in the comments. There was the limited release that I found through my Japan connection. I have a couple guys in Japan. I don't like to brag, but I'm joking. They make fun of me because I have people all over the world looking for stuff, and it feels very mafia.
Different guy than your London guy. Not the same.
Oh, I have 3 Londons.
Oh, okay.
I have a North England, Ireland, Scotland, Japan, Korea. There's a lot of pedals in Korea.
Is there really?
Yeah.
Do they all wear turtlenecks?
All you pedal guys.
So this is the Kree Nakuri. Way huge, limited. This is the 5th one. There are only 10. Japan release only. It's a DOD 250.
What's on the back?
That's way huge's head.
That's
a huge head.
Amazing.
It's got a big head.
So cool.
What else? All the 3 series. I'm so pumped for those Legends of Fuzz. EHX, another sleeper release, was the mainframe. 8-bit deconstructionized. Just amazing. I'm going to show this probably on an upcoming episode. I'm showing everything on an episode. I'm going to quit saying that.
Yeah, I feel like that's been the phrase of this. Is just there's going to be an episode about that.
Speaking of going to be an episode about that. I wonder if we're ever going to air like a Petty John episode. We've been asked a lot.
That'd be so weird if we did that. Like,
how weird would it be if this was like coming up?
It'd be mind-blowing
really
if we
today?
actually
Wednesday?
did an episode.
Wednesday.
Yeah, I don't know. What are we doing
pretty
Friday?
soon.
I don't know. It'd be super weird though if we did something about that.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It'd be really weird.
Land Devices Domino. This is on my board. I love it that much. Land Devices. Don't know who they are. Never got to the bottom of that.
No, we have no idea who they are.
Are you sure it's not you, Nick?
I texted my contact today. I texted the contact today. There's a lot of stuff going on, and they only had 3 minutes, 45 seconds on the phone.
Wow.
I don't understand why.
It's pretty crazy.
If we look down at the table, I'm only going to plug in 2 pedals. I don't think I've left anything out. I have, but it's fine. There's just cables everywhere. Okay.
You can't not have cables everywhere for a live stream with JHS.
Fender is... Oh, one more thing to talk about. Color Sound did a bender distortion that is not a tone bender at all. It's actually... It's like a rat. Don't tell anybody. David Main's building these, so it's a damn constructed pedal. It's really cool.
Awesome.
Fender drops pedals like it's hot, and they don't get a lot of love. This is a really cool... You could throw this down and do a whole gig if you have like spring reverb and you're happy on your amp. It has DI out, tuner out. When you mute it, you can go straight to a tuner. But it's kind of like a throw it in your gig bag pedal. And compressor, overdrive, EQ, and a mute. Really fun, really great. And then there's Metaverse. The name of this gets best name 2020. Oof. Air Trash.
That's amazing.
That's very good.
Air Trash. Let's listen to the Air Trash.
You saying the name makes me laugh.
Yeah. Pedals are a wonderful world.
They are.
All right. Something's not hooked up like it should be.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. This should totally be working. What did I break? Input.
You ruined it.
Output. Oh, the mute. It has a mute, as I said 4 times. Okay.
That's like a wonderful demonstration of that feature.
Yeah.
Ooh. Now I understand why it's called the Air Trash.
So the Air Trash has 3 unlabeled knobs. Let's explore them together. I don't think that's volume. This is...
Is that like a blend?
Joey Scar says the Air Trash sounds like a knockoff pair of Jordans.
Ooh.
There you go.
Ooh.
I'm down with that.
Sounds good.
Here's the compressor.
Someone wants you to demo the mute again. They just didn't quite hear it the first time.
Listen to how transparent the mute is.
Wow.
All right, ready? Here we go.
Wow.
Oh,
it's
man.
Just like
unbelievable. The technology that we are
I'm telling you.
looking at.
Innovation.
Yeah, it's just like on, off. So crazy.
EQ. It's an EQ. The overdrive. These drives in the Fender line are so good. Has a blend. This would be great for bass because it has a DI out.
Oh,
as well.
hello. Okay. Shout out to our bass player friends. Oh, someone actually just said on the road that Fender pedal's marketed for bass, isn't it?
I think it is.
So.
I think it is.
Yep.
But I want to say you can play guitar through it, and that's what I'm going to show. Because there aren't enough of this style for guitarists. But it's a great bass pedal.
Awesome.
I think it is because of the XLR. But as a guitar player, I feel like I should have all pedals made for me.
Right.
So. Okay.
Cool.
Let's do a jam. I'll add some Benson Spring reverb.
Ooh.
Sounds good.
What do we want to do here?
So I think this is the last scene to the first movie, and it's setting up a sequel probably. And our farmer has come back from the dead, and now they are.
He won.
Yeah, he won. He beat the Spectre, and now him and his family are standing on a moon cliff, looking at the sun set. Can the sun set on the moon? I don't know how space works.
This is your story. It can if you want it to.
In this story, the sun is setting in the distance, in the moon distance, and they're talking about how they won this battle, but there may be more to come, and the true meaning is family. And so this is kind of closing credits, our emotional outro here.
So a lot of emotion would really. This is going to challenge me. Yeah, not a lot of effects here. I'm going to keep it minimal, and I have to use the air trash.
That's true. You do. Well, so there's a Promise of Tomorrow, but okay, here I got it. Promise of Tomorrow. It starts off Promise of Tomorrow, but then we zoom over the landscape into the Capitol building, and you see sitting on a throne type thing, a hooded figure. Nope, not hooded. That's too Star Wars. You see a man in a full button-up white tuxedo with white hair, and he says, "We have them right where we want them." And then it cuts to credits.
What's his last name?
What?
Does his last name start with a K?
Spur.
Oh,
Like
it's
a
Spur.
spur.
Okay, so it's not Kardashian.
No, it's not. No, he's not a Kardashian.
Got it.
No.
I'm just double checking.
No.
Since they're on
All right,
the moon,
let's
they
do
have
it.
one
Let's
corner.
do it.
Got it. Okay. What
You start a beat and I'll fall into it. I think.
So we begin looking at the sunset. And
Yeah.
Sorry, hold on, my stool's all stuck.
And we're gonna wrap up on this. Thanks for watching. Check out the Patreon. Check out the JHS show.
But guys,
Patreon has all kinds of talks, all kinds of stuff.
So many things.
If you like the deep dive, if you're a nerd, then the show has some things you might enjoy. So yeah, check that out. We'll end on our favorite records of the year quickly.
Thanks.
We'll do that. We'll do the jam and we'll come right back and we'll end on our favorite three records of the year.
Favorite three records. Okay.
Ready?
Here we go.
Ooh.
I wasn't feeling that.
I'm gonna surrender to the air trash. Like, I didn't play my cards right at the end. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I think this is where the end credit scene comes in.
This?
And you see the evil guy. Yeah.
Oh, I know what'll make it better. The Chips and Pit came out this year.
Wow. Is there anything in that LaCroix can that's laying on its back?
All right.
Apparently not.
Woo! Remember, McRib's back, 169, I believe. You can't beat that for a real meat sandwich. Let's do our records.
People
each
said
of
y'all
us,
live in the Midwest and you pick a McRib for barbecue.
we all three have our records. We'll quickly talk about them and get out of here. We have homes to go home to.
That's
all right. I'll start off. Nick, you go. You wrap it up and close it. You close the deal.
I'll close it.
All right. My favorite record of 2020 is The Killers Imploding the Mirage.
Yeah, it is.
I bought 2 copies of the vinyl.
I haven't listened to it.
It was an
yet.
accident, but
What?
I took one home.
I haven't listened to it yet. I listened to like some of it.
Come on,
Secondhand.
bro.
I'm gonna say I have never enjoyed The Killers. But Addison's probably losing it. He's a big fan.
Huge.
I have loved the Brandon Flowers solo records.
Yep.
And then the last solo record was like a masterpiece. And then the Killers record after that was like, wow, this is good. And then this is just like, this sounds like the best Brandon Flowers solo record you could ever want.
Yeah.
That's how it feels.
Yeah.
Different than the Killers.
Yep.
Fire and Bone. It's so good. It's my favorite Killers song ever. And they exemplify how they are. I'm about to make a statement, and I'm walking away.
I'm ready for it.
I'm going to burn it down right here. The Killers are the new Peter Gabriel.
What?
Over to Addison.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay.
How can I follow that?
I'm gonna need to listen to this album now because that's
Fire and Bone. Fire and Bone is everything I love about Peter Gabriel.
Ooh.
And Brandon Flowers can do it. He can do, because there's a thing with Peter, the way he did music and the way it feels, and I gotta move on. Fire and Bone is one of the best songs I've ever heard.
I gotta follow it up. Okay, so Josh kind of the Killers are my favorite band, so he said, "Well, that's my favorite record this year." So I was like, "Great," but this is
what you have could have been my other favorite.
That's true. So we're just gonna share these. This is Phoebe Bridgers' Punisher that came out this year. My goodness. Okay, I got hooked on. Gee golly, wowzers. There's not a song on here that I want to skip when I listen. Phoebe, if you're listening, thank you for your lyrics that make me feel sad and make me really enjoy music. And please, please, please do me a favor out there. If you're going to go listen to this record, listen to it on like nice speakers or headphones or something. The production on this record, like the detail is incredible. Garden Song, there's this low man's voice on the chorus that you don't really get until you get, if you know what I mean. It's phenomenal. So, favorite
it's like
song,
this 2-octave down.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
so crazy.
It's and I was like, oh, like that's cool. I could hear that, but then I like listened in my in-ears and I was like, my goodness, it's incredible. So production, top to bottom, is incredible. Halloween, baby, it's Halloween. I'm not gonna sing because I'm gonna let her do it.
You just did.
I did. I know. ICU is beautiful. Graceland 2. What? My goodness.
DVD intro.
I know. And then they go out on I Know the End. She goes out on I Know the End and just ends the record scream laughing. It's brilliant. It is brilliant.
Yeah.
So,
she's been my favorite artist to watch the last few years.
Okay.
The Alps record
Yes.
blew my mind.
I have you to thank for Phoebe because
you're welcome.
You got me into the Alps. We listened to it on vinyl here, and then you're like, wait, have you heard Punisher yet? And I said, no, and this is even better to me. So, I mean, they're both amazing. But
I'm just trying to bring basic value to your life.
You have succeeded hugely in 2020. Thank you.
All right, Nick. Hey, because we have a stinger going into yours.
Yeah. Wait, what? Oh. This is the official record time. My album pick for the year, it was going to be Tame Impala's Slow Rush because duh. But I already showed that on another episode, and you all know this about me already.
No,
so,
it's in my top.
No,
three.
It's the album I listened to the most that came out this year.
Yeah.
But also really great is Tom Mish's what's it called again? What Kind of Music?
Come on.
This is so good. Like the drums on this album, I have like a Twitch reaction when they come in because they're just so good. Yusuf Days is my favorite drummer. My new favorite drummer. He is like
he wears a sick jumpsuit.
He wears like the dopest track suits, like stuff I'd never be able to pull off in my wildest dreams. But like the way he plays is so expressive and like I don't know. It's so much of each of these songs is carried by the guitar and the drums, and the way that he doesn't like overplay, but when he's playing a lot, it's like on purpose and with so much meaning. I don't know if that makes any sense, but his drumming is just so inspiring. The recording quality is amazing, and like it's just so good. Like every track on this album, there's a couple like just instrumental tracks. I just even as an album whole, there's not even like not every song has singing on it, which I kind of dig. And then there's like a random dude that comes on. I don't remember his name, but he comes on and like raps on one of the songs, and it's so good. It's just so good. Man. So
we got three brilliant records.
What's like track 3, 2? What's the song called?
Night Rider.
Yes.
Night Rider is so good. Yeah, it's so good. I love this album so much.
Yeah, it's Tom's best work.
Oh
ever.
yeah.
Like, it's understated guitar.
Yeah.
Vocal melody, everything's so good.
He won me over because I've heard some of his stuff, earlier stuff, but this straight up won me over. And yeah, I just like.
So
it's so good.
Killers, Tom, Yusuf, Phoebe, if you're watching, thank you. You got us through 2020.
Yeah,
this is so out of focus because it's my fault. Well, this is it.
This was a good one.
This was a good comeback home.
Yes.
2 hours of this year's pedals. We'll put everything in the description. At some point, it'll take 10 years. I have nothing left to say except thank you for hanging out. Friday's episode is going to be good. We're ready for a new year. We got some good big plans, great episodes, so much stuff to share with you. I guess that's it.
That's
we
it.
Good? Signing off?
Signing off.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.